My name's Stephanie Fosh and I'm the Managing Director for a company called Pure Human Resources, and today we're going to be talking about if you need to dismiss somebody from your business who has less than 2 years service. So dismissing people from your business is always something you should take some advice on in every circumstances. We get lots of calls from clients saying, can I safely dismiss somebody with less than 2 years service? And on the surface, relatively speaking, this is probably a lower risk to your business than most circumstances. However, if anybody rings up and asks that question, the first thing we're going to do is actually respond with some questions. So we need to make sure that somebody doesn't have some protection under the Equality Act, that actually they may not need 2 years service to be able to bring a claim against you in an employment tribunal. So my advice would be to take some advice in all circumstances and not just make the assumption because the person has less than 2 years service that there's no risk. If you need to dismiss somebody from your business and they have less than 2 years service, you should follow theoretically the same process that you would do for anybody regardless of length of service. So the ACAS Code of Practice obviously defines detailed steps that you should go through if you need to remove somebody from your business. And just because they have less than 2 years service does not mean that that's not applicable. And certainly in your probationary period, you quite often will make reference to the fact that that's outside the scope of the disciplinary procedure. So generally speaking, dependent on what's in your contract of employment, typically if somebody's in their probationary period, you will sit down and have a probationary review meeting with them, and then you may be able to dismiss. Again, obviously it depends on what's in your contract, but typically if they have passed their probationary period but they're under 2 years service, you should go through whatever procedure is defined within your disciplinary or your capability procedure. Employees within your business have a number of rights, actually from day one of employment, even before they join as applicants as well. So one of the things to be really mindful of is particularly the area of discrimination legislation. So employees have a right to not be subjected to any form of discrimination for what are called 9 protected characteristics. So that could be age, sex, race, religion and belief or disability. So lots of rights, everything from working time through to holidays and so on. So certainly it's an area that most business owners should get some training in and be familiar with. It's really important that when you dismiss somebody from your business that you do give them a reason, and that doesn't need to be kind of war and peace in terms of a huge letter explaining details in great amounts of detail, but certainly with that's a reason for failure to pass probationary period or attendance, whatever it might be. Certainly something in writing to confirm the reason for termination is really important. If you're in the situation where you've got a probationary period built into your contract of employment, typically that's 3 or 6 months, and you feel that somebody is not performing and you need to leave them, let them go, then it's really important that you actually communicate that to them. Hopefully in the first instance, if you have a conversation, you feel that you can get them to the required standard of performance, but obviously if you can't and you do need to dismiss them, that would typically be by what we would call kind of a review of probationary period. So you could leave it until the end of the probationary period, or if it's really severe and they're unlikely to meet that target, then it could be partway through that process. And as a minimum, just courtesy, goodwill, you should obviously arrange to meet with the employee, give them some feedback, and then obviously confirm everything in writing to them.